At the height of its popularity, Eight is Enough wasn't just a television show, it was a lifeline. A warm, reassuring escape that reminded America that family could survive anything. Every week, viewers welcomed the Bradford family into their homes, believing that love would always rise above chaos. The laughter felt real. The smiles felt safe. But what millions never knew was that behind those comforting moments, darkness was already taking hold, because when the cameras stopped rolling, the lives of the cast began to unravel in ways no script could ever prepare for. Fame didn't shield them. It didn't save them. For many, it accelerated the pain. Over the decades, 11 members of the Eight is Enough cast were lost, some to devastating illnesses, others to addiction, mental health battles, and sudden, shocking tragedies that stunned fans long after the show ended. These weren't just actors. They were familiar faces who grew up with us, whose lives felt intertwined with our own memories. Yet behind closed doors, they were fighting silent wars the world never saw. Careers collapsed, health failed, hope faded, and in some cases the ending came quietly, tragically, and far too soon. So what really happened to the cast of Eight is Enough? How did a show built on love and stability leave behind one of the darkest legacies in television history? Stay with us, because the truth behind how 11 cast members tragically died is far more heartbreaking than anyone ever imagined. At the center of Eight is Enough stood Dick Van Patten, the man America embraced as the ultimate television father. Born on December 9, 1928, in Queens, New York, Van Patten wasn't a newcomer chasing fame, he was a lifelong performer. He made his Broadway debut at just 7 years old, growing up under stage lights and studio ceilings long before most children learned multiplication. By the time he stepped into the role of Tom Bradford in 1977, he carried decades of discipline, professionalism, and quiet confidence. That experience translated into a father figure who felt real, patient, and deeply human. When Eight is Enough turned him into a household name, audiences didn't just see an actor playing a dad, they saw a man who had lived long enough to earn the role, embodying warmth, stability, and trust in every scene. Unlike many of his co-stars, Van Patten's personal life remained remarkably stable. He married Patricia Van Patten in 1954, and their marriage lasted more than 60 years, a rarity in Hollywood. After the show's success, his career flourished once again with iconic comedic roles in High Anxiety, Spaceballs, and Robin Hood, Men in Tights, all under the direction of Mel Brooks. Yet behind the laughter, his health quietly deteriorated. Years of battling type 2 diabetes took a toll, leading to a diabetic stroke in 2006. Though weakened, he continued working and later reinvented himself by co-founding a natural pet food company, finding unexpected success outside acting. On June 23, 2015, Dick Van Patten passed away in Santa Monica, California, at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy of kindness, professionalism, and fatherly warmth before audiences fully connected with the Bradford children on Eight is Enough. The emotional core of the family was defined by Diana Hyland, who played Joan Bradford. Born on January 25, 1936, in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, Hyland brought a warmth and depth to the role that lingered even after her brief time on the show. At 41, she joined the series, appearing in only 4 episodes, yet her gentle, maternal presence set the emotional tone for the entire family. By then, she was already a well-established actress, celebrated for her work on Peyton Place and her Emmy-winning performance in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. Her portrayal of Joan left an indelible mark, shaping the series' heart and leaving viewers deeply moved by her character's grace and kindness. It was during the filming of The Boy in the Plastic Bubble that Hyland met John Travolta. Then just 22 years old. Though she played his mother on screen, the two formed a deep, unexpected romance off camera. Travolta later described her as the first person who showed him unconditional love. As her career continued to rise, Hyland began experiencing pain that led to a devastating diagnosis: breast cancer. Despite aggressive treatment, the illness spread rapidly. Travolta remained by her side through hospital stays and final moments. On March 27, 1977, Diana Hyland died in Los Angeles, just weeks before Eight is Enough premiered. She was only 41 years old, and her final episodes aired after her death, leaving behind a haunting tenderness that still resonates Few cast stories from 8 is enough are as poignant as that of Adam Rich, who portrayed the youngest Bradford, Nicholas Bradford. Born on October 12, 1968, in Brooklyn, New York, Rich became a television sensation at just 8 years old. With his trademark haircut and wide, expressive eyes, he quickly earned the endearing nickname America's Little Brother. His early fame propelled him into numerous guest roles on popular series of the era, including Chips, Fantasy Island, and The Love Boat, showcasing his natural charm and charisma. Beyond television, Rich also appeared in films such as Code Red and Gun Shy. Proving his versatility as a young actor, AIM came early for Adam Rich. Beloved as Nicholas Bradford on 8 is Enough, but maturity lagged behind success. As the spotlight faded, addiction took hold. He experimented with drugs as a teen, dropped out of school, survived a 1989 Valium overdose, and faced arrests and juries. Despite repeated rehab attempts, recovery proved fragile. In 2022, Adam Rich shared 7 years of sobriety. Months later, he died from an accidental fentanyl overdose at 54. Behind the composed and nurturing presence of Mary Bradford on 8 is Enough was Lonnie O'Grady. Born on October 2, 1954 in Walnut Creek, California. Though she appeared confident and grounded on screen at just 23, O'Grady privately battled severe panic attacks that had begun in her late teens. The pressures of acting only intensified her anxiety, and after the series concluded, the relentless demands of Hollywood weighed heavily on her. By the early 1990s, she developed agoraphobia and experienced troubling memory loss. While doctors prescribed medication, O'Grady increasingly turned to alcohol and Valium to cope with her inner turmoil. In a 1994 interview with the Los Angeles Times, she described feeling trapped inside her own body, revealing the depth of her struggle. She sought treatment at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in 1998, but her path to recovery remained fragile. Tragically, on September 25, 2001, O'Grady was found dead in her home in Valencia, California, at just 46 years old. Toxicology reports confirmed lethal levels of Vicodin and Prozac, and her death was ruled as multiple drug intoxication. Marking a heartbreaking end to a life and career full of talent and promise, several supporting cast members of 8 is Enough faced quieter, yet equally poignant struggles and endings. Don Matheson, born in Dearborn, Michigan, Portraye, father Robert, and was already a seasoned television actor, known for his work on Land of the Giants. Despite his professional success, his marriage to actress Deanna Lund ended under the pressures of Hollywood life. Matheson later found personal stability, but in the end, he succumbed to lung cancer on June 29, 2014. In Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, at the age of 84. Similarly, Michael Towlan, who played Principal Dorsey, had a distinguished career in theater, including the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, alongside notable television roles in The Rockford Files and The Streets of San Francisco. Even after a cancer diagnosis, Tolan continued to work tirelessly, showing remarkable dedication to his craft. Tragically, he passed away on September 3, 1982 in Los Angeles at just 55 years old. Both actors left lasting impressions, remembered for their talent and professionalism. Even as their lives ended too soon, Susan Richardson, born in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, played Susan Bradford and experienced one of the most shocking declines. After becoming pregnant during the show's peak, she feared losing her role due to weight gain and turned to cocaine. Her life spiraled into addiction, financial ruin, and isolation. By 2013, she was living in extreme poverty in Pennsylvania, suffering from diabetes and multiple strokes. Now, in her 70s, she lives a secluded life far from Hollywood. Connie Needham, who portrayed Elizabeth Bradford, represents survival. Born in Anaheim, California, she stepped away from acting and devoted herself to dance. In 2009, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and courageously used her platform to raise awareness. Willie Ames, the rebellious Tommy Bradford, rose to teen idol fame before falling into alcoholism and homelessness. After years of struggle, he embraced sobriety, co-wrote Grace is Enough, and rebuilt his life. Today, he mentors others battling addiction. Guest star Dennis Patrick, known for Dark Shadows and Dallas, met a tragic end when he died in a house fire in Los Angeles in 2002 at 84. More than 40 years on, 8 is Enough remains a beloved classic, But behind its laughter were real stories of struggle, resilience, and loss. Some stars were gone too soon, others fought to heal, yet all left their mark. Celebrate their legacy, like, share, and keep their memories alive for a new generation of fans. Thanks for watching.